Welcome back, fellow coders. Jared O'Leary here with BootUp. This video, I'm going to show you how to prevent your blocks from stamping down here on the menu like that. Erase. All right, so let me show you a very quick way that you could do that. One way you can do it is you go in your backdrop and you select this sprite. You copy it, or this backdrop color rather, and then we're going to create a new sprite, and we're simply going to paste this in here. Cool. Okay. So now that we pasted this as a menu bar, we're going to, when we press the green flag, make this sprite go to 0, 0, which is in the middle, and make it go behind everything else. So we're going to have it go to the back layer. Okay, so now check this out. Boop. All right, so it appears right back here. Looks like it did before. Now when I'm stamping it. Cool. However, hear that? You can still hear that I'm stamping down here, and you can actually still see it poking out over the top of this menu bar. So while this worked, it didn't work 100% the way I wanted it to. Okay, so I'm going to actually add in some code into here. So right now I've got it so that if I'm touching the mouse pointer and the mouse is down, it's going to follow my mouse until it's not clicking, and then it's going to stamp, make a wood tap sound. Else, otherwise, it's going to just reset. Okay, cool. I'm going to add a condition right here that's going to say if my sprite, this one, is, let me grab this, greater than 140 for the Y position, which is up and down, then it's going to stamp and play a sound. Okay, so now check this out. Not making a sound. But once I get up to above 140, then it works. Cool. That's exactly what I want. However, this looks a little bit messy, so I'm going to make it easier to read by going to my blocks and making a block name, and I'm going to call it stamp if above the line, and say okay. Sweet. Put this in here and put that in there. Okay, so if my mouse is touching it and I click down, it follows the mouse until I'm not clicking. Then once that's done, it's going to stamp if above the line, which is this code right here, if Y position, which is up and down, is greater than negative 140, which is like about right here. Then it's going to stamp and play the wood tap sound. So everything is working the way I want it to. Very cool. Now, however, this code would not work well. Let's say I didn't have this menu bar here. Erase. And I'm stamping. See how it's covering it a little bit? Especially if I'm sideways. It's actually covering a lot of this. So what you can do is combine the code so that it's not only the menu bar, but it's the menu bar and checking to see if you're above the line. That way it doesn't ever stamp on your menu bar. Okay, now, if you've experimented with some of the sensing blocks, you might have been like, well, why didn't you just use this block, the touching color? Which you can make it so that, hey, if you're touching the color of this backdrop, the menu bar, then, or rather if you're not touching it, then make a stamp. Well, the reason why I didn't say if not touching this color is because what if one of these blocks, when I'm changing the color, happens to be the same color as this backdrop? These are pretty close, but not 100%. But if it is, then it'll actually make it so that even if my blocks are up here, I won't be able to stamp on them because it's like, oh, you're touching this block, so it doesn't work. So this code, if not touching the menu bar color, that would work as long as your blocks don't ever change that color. So I prefer this one, which is the Y position, and then if you want to get extra fancy, you can add the menu bar behind it, which is basically just hiding the stamps that are appearing right below it, because you can see they're still there. Cool. So that's a couple of different ways that you can actually go into your sprite and prevent it from stamping over your menu bar. Hey everyone, if you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. If you're not watching us on YouTube, you can find us on that platform as well as other social media outlets by searching for BootUp PD. And if you're looking for more free lessons, projects, and resources for teachers and students, visit us at bootuppd.org, where you can also learn about our high-quality professional development.